know, this this is really fucking funny. I don't know if this is some kind of troll going on, which I'm pretty sure is partially troll and partially real. But people are already complaining. People are already complaining about Fallout 4. Now the trailer got released today, like earlier this morning, I believe, and a lot of people watched it. The trailer actually already gotten over 2 million views in the last like 7 to 10 hours, which is pretty fucking impressive if you ask me. But you know, it's really funny to me how people been asking for something for so long, and then when they finally get it, they talk shit about it. It's like it's no matter what you give somebody, they're always gonna want more. No matter if you give anyone, they're always gonna want more. Like, feed me more, like Ryback type of shit. And what I'm really is just is, I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Because like people are already talking shit about how this game graphics are looking bad. In particular, they're talking about the dog. Now, you watch the trailer, you seen the fur on a dog. It looks very, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and hide behind the fucking bush and be like, you know, I didn't see it. I'm not gonna lie. The dog fur does look a bit untextured. It doesn't look like, you know, for example, if you play Far Cry 4, no, for example, look at Far Cry 4 graphics on PS3 and PS4. There's a big difference. PS3 version, the graphics on the animals look very flat and very, you know, not really fluid looking. But if you go look at the PS4 version, it looks very like, you know, like bushy and very, you know, like, you know, straightened out and very, you know, detailed. You actually see almost every individual hair on the animal on Far Cry 4 next gen version compared to last gen. But and a lot of people are really complaining about the hair of it. But like, here's the thing: what do you guys want? Do you guys want graphics or gameplay? Graphics or gameplay? Gameplay or graphics? For me, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be a graphics whore. I used to care about graphics. I used to say graphics over gameplay like a dumbass. I used to say that because back then we always wondered what is the full potential of a game can looking as really good in visuals. And this is the big problem with games today and realism. Realism is the fucking worst thing that can ever be in a game. Realism is terrible. Just look at GTA 5. That game is trying to be realistic and it's fucking terrible. And I hate realistic games. The only game that is realism or that is realistic that works is Battlefield. Battlefield is the only game that works. That's the only game that works that's realistic. That works. That's why I like games like Saints Row, because it's not trying to fucking be realistic. It just wants you to have fun. That's what games are meant to be. That's what games are meant to be. Fun. It's meant to get away from our realistic world, our real world, and get away from it and play. It's not games are not meant to let me go play this game that is just like my world that I want to do in the real world, but I don't have enough balls to do it. Like, and people are complaining about how the graphics look. Did you guys know, which I don't know, a lot of people you guys know, that sometimes trailers can have an old engine or have an old build for the game? For example, if you see Angry Joe when he was playing The Witcher 3, he said that their old build for their game was different from their new one that they have out right now. That the graphics is a bit different on that because they had to tone it down for some reason. Did you guys? This game could have this trailer the trailer that was just shown to us could have been an old build. It could have been our last year's build or earlier this year build. It could have been like their 2013 build of Fallout 4. It's that simple. Like, why is a lot of people complaining about graphics today? Like, really, graphics? I mean, there's some games on PS2 that look fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's games on PS3 that look really good. Not gonna lie. I mean, here's the thing with gaming, which I don't know if a lot of people figured out or even know. When the PS2 came out, you know, everybody was thinking, okay, you can do a whole lot. Oh my god, the graphics are better. back then graphics didn't necessarily look realistic as we look at it today. But when the PS3 came out, our next gen in particular, I should say, PS3 and 360, everybody was hype about graphics. It was all about graphics. It was all about graphics. All about it. People was wondering, what is the next generation of games in terms of graphics? Last gen, PS3, 360 was all about graphics. It was all about graphics. It was all about what you can do in visual, lighting, textures, animation. It's all about that. It was all about graphics, visual effects, all that shit. That's what PS3 and 360 was all about. That's what the new gen was all about. This time around, in the next gen, it's all about hardware. It's all about, okay, what can we do with those amazing graphics? It's not about, okay, let's see if we can make the graphics even better. No, it's about doing stuff in the game. This time it's actually about making the game more powerful than it was before. It's about keeping those realistic graphics, and this time involving on the game itself, making it more players, bigger, maps, bigger open world games, no loading screens for games. What else? More textures, not more textures, that's graphics, but more actual gameplay, more content in the game. That's what next gen is about. It's not about graphics. Graphics had its time. This time is about the actual gameplay. It's about doing more in that game. And a lot of people saying like how, Fallout was never really a good looking game in particular. Fallout started off looking, really weird. Why am my nose burning? Shit. But Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas was on the engine. Those graphics looked like PS2. I'm not gonna lie. Fallout 3 and New Vegas graphics wasn't the best, but I didn't care. I didn't care for it. It actually reminded me of playing an old PS2 game back then. That's why I really enjoyed it. I still play Fallout to this day, and I had it for 4 years now. I still enjoy it. But this time around, and people are already starting to complain about the graphics. Like, it's a fucking trailer. Wait till the game gets in your fucking hand for you to complain about something. Until then, shut the fuck up. I mean, it's just annoying, man, how people are so ungrateful for stuff. Like, do you know how many people out there wish they had a PS4? Shut up, dog. Do you know how many people out there wish they had a PS4 to get Fallout 4, or to even get just a simple game as called Knack? A lot of people out there can't even afford. There's people out there who don't even got a PS3, believe it or not. Believe it or not, there's people out there who don't even got Grand Theft Auto 5 and never played it. Like, it's crazy because I want to be a game developer. And this is the kind of shit that I gotta go through? Oh, shit. I actually want to be up there on the stage promoting my game, showing my game to the world. And if I gotta deal with this, it's gonna be fucking tough. Not that it's gonna be, not tough in the beginning, but it's crazy. I mean, and it's crazy how nobody even noticed as well how your character talks. On the trailer, at the end of the trailer, your character said, let's go, buddy, to the dog. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows your character talking. Okay, fine. Nobody knows your character talking your character talk for the first time ever in the Elder Scrolls or even Fallout game for the first time ever. Alright by me. But I mean, just don't complain, guys. This could be if the game is buggy. One more thing before I go. If the game is buggy as shit, if the game is buggy as hell when it comes out, you falling through the map, quests are failing, your saves are failing, then you have the right to complain. But graphics is the last thing you should complain about. It is the last thing you should complain about. It's funny how people talk about it's gonna be buggy, but when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, that game is buggy as fuck, and people put out reviews months later saying how excellent the game was when the game is clearly still unfucking playable to this day. It still is. I don't know, but anyway, guys, the end of my rant. Don't complain about nothing. It's wow, man. This gaming community is fucked. I'm telling you that right now. And people are really complaining about that one texture on that one fucking dog. Are you serious? I'm out, y'all. So shit.